How can I ask for a wife when I'm not yet a husband? One of the biggest things that I say nowadays is, I have everything all together. I'm like a great guy, to myself. I never brag publicly, but I'm a great guy. I have it all together or whatnot. Why haven't I came across the right girl? Why have I bumped into so many knuckleheads or whatnot? And one of the biggest things I've seen was God will not bring you something if you're not ready for it. So no matter how much I tell myself that I'm a husband, I'm fit, I'm ready for myself to be with a woman and stuff like that, God will not bring such unless I am that. Now I could be mentally, financially, emotionally set. I could be the sexiest thing walking down the street, tats, hair, nice smile, everything. I could be bundled up into the perfect package, but not be whole within. So it was a time and point where I was dating a couple of girls. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was talking to multiple females, and I got down to two girls that I really liked. And I was juggling between both of them. And I'm like, whoever mess up first, I'm going with the other one. That's gonna be my girlfriend. That's gonna be, we're gonna live happily ever after. They both then came to find out that I was talking to them at the same time, approached me. And I both told them the same thing. I was like, well, if you would have never messed up, I would have never talked to this one. If you would have never messed up, I would never talk to this one, period. Progressively moving forward from that situation, I could have either talked to either one of them. Couldn't still talk to both, but I couldn't talk to either one of them. I decided to leave it alone. This was 2016 that this happened. And I was just like, after that, it was a bad situation because I hated how I felt. And then I got to the point where it's just like, be better, be a good man, try to be a good man. And I wanted to make sure I modeled myself around being a husband. Now, I've modeled myself around being a husband to whatever I thought it was going to be. But I honestly don't think that I'm even anywhere near close to being a husband. One thing about being a husband, being, 50-50 or 100 with your spouse, is that you have to compromise. I don't like compromising. My mom said it's like, it's either my way or the highway. I'm not hearing nothing else to it. And I know it's a bunch of men out there that think the same way. So it's just like, that's one aspect that I would not be ready to admit or have with my significant other, right? And that's just a big thing for me. Wow. Yeah, that right there is just a big thing for me. I feel like it's hard, for me to sit down and really tell myself, like, you're not ready to be married, you're not ready to be in a relationship, you're not ready, you're not as perfect or as fit as you think you are. Because if you were, it'll be presented to you. Like when you got the proper resume, you got the proper paperwork and stuff like that, you're ready for the job. Everybody comes into a job interview looking like they're ready for a job. But when the job is time to present itself and what you can do and what's your best thing and stuff like that, not everybody has something to show. So everybody could come in looking like, you could always look like you're a husband. But then they're asking, what makes you a husband? You could say a couple of things. What will keep you as being a husband? So I got the look. I got the credentials. I got the gift of gab. I got it all. But it's like when it comes down to it, like what makes someone sit down and be like, no, that man is a husband. That man is a... I never had the model to see what make me a husband. Everything for me is off of TV. I seen how the Morris Chestnuts were in movies. I seen how the Idris Elba's was in movies. I seen how Will Smith is in his relationship with Jada Pinkett. It's like these are the people that I've come across to see. Those are my models of what a husband should be like, or what someone of older age should be in a relationship. That's my model, not anything else. So although I might feel like I'm a husband ready and stuff like that, God's not going to send me a wife until I'm right within. perfection is one thing everybody seeks. Period. Like, people be like, I'm not trying to be perfect. Yes, you are. Everybody in life is trying to be perfect at something. You've grown up your whole life and they tell you practice makes perfect. You've learned this your whole life, practice makes perfect. Then you get of a certain age where reality hits and it's like, although practice makes perfect, nothing is ever perfect, but you should practice hard to put yourself in a position to win, to make things perfect. It's like, well, you just contradicted everything that you've taught me for 15, 20, 25 years. I've been living my life off of practice makes perfect. If I shoot this jump shot 1,000 times for the rest of my life, I should not miss it. But climate, fatigue, to touch the ball, all of this could change everything. You can miss that shot. But practice makes perfect. So me looking or seeking to be perfect in that sense isn't wrong, because that's what I've been taught. That's what was taught to me. That's what was taught to you. That was taught to everybody. So if I'm seeking this, in reality it's real to me, but also it's not real. But it's the only thing I know is hard work, because my hard work has gotten me to this point. So everything that I've done was to be perfect at it. And in my own element, my own time frame and stuff like that, I feel like, comparable to any other person, I am perfect in this area. I am perfect with my mental, with my, and all of these things. Of course, I have a lot to prove. You know, I have a massive heart, a massive ego crisis, identity crisis. There's plenty of things you could say, but it's just like, if you aren't pushing to be perfect for yourself and that of your spouse, then you're failing yourself.